Hey friends, and welcome back to the channel, your go-to spot for all things angling. Today, we're diving deep into the fishing forecast for the 16th of November 2025. Get ready, because this day is shaping up to be truly special, with some fantastic opportunities to land that dream catch. We've got stable weather, warming waters, and fish that are just bursting with energy, eager to feed before the full heat of summer kicks in. Stick around, because I've got some insider tips and tactical breakdowns that will make your next trip incredibly successful. First up, let's talk about those cunning ambush predators, the flathead. With waters warming nicely, these beauties are going to be on the move and incredibly active. You'll want to target them on sand flats, along those crucial drop-offs and near the edges of weed beds and submerged structures in our estuaries. They love to lie in wait, ready to pounce on baitfish moving with the tides. My go-to tactic for flathead is drifting soft plastics. Think a 4 to 6 inch paddle tail in natural baitfish profiles. Work it with a slow hop and pause retrieve. That irresistible action often triggers a strike. If you prefer bait, pilchards or fresh prawns are absolutely deadly. Focus on the outgoing tide as it pushes bait from the flats into their waiting mouths. Next, let's cast our attention to the ever-popular whiting. These delicious fish are highly active right now, especially in clear, shallow banks around sand hills and in the gutters and sandholes close to shore. Areas like the western side of Moreton Island, the beaches of Bribby Island, or the foreshores around Redcliffe are prime territories. Here's a little trick from my experience. Keep an eye out for feeding dugongs. Where they're stirring up the bottom, whiting are often close behind, feasting on whatever gets dislodged. For tackle, a good old paternoster rig for drifting is hard to beat. When it comes to bait, live bloodworms are the absolute gold standard, but don't shy away from frozen beach worms, strips of fresh squid, peeled prawns, or even live nippers. For those who love a bit of lure action, small surface walkers and pink grubs can be incredibly effective, especially in those shallow, clear zones. Moving to our inshore reefs, the snapper numbers are escalating dramatically. You'll find them around reef ledges and deeper drop-offs. For tackle, your trusty paternoster rigs with pilchards or fresh squid will be deadly. Don't shy away from soft plastics either. A 5 to 7 inch grub, or jerk shad in natural colours, jigged slowly near the bottom, can really entice a strike. And for the lure enthusiasts, 40 to 60 gram slow pitch jigs or 100mm vibes can work wonders. Remember, those low light periods around dawn and dusk are prime for snapper, so be on the water early, friends. And for our freshwater fanatics, the Australian bass are going to be fired up. The warming trend in freshwater systems invigorates these fish, prompting them to feed more aggressively. Search for them around submerged timber, lily pads, and rock bars in rivers and impoundments. Early mornings and late evenings are fantastic for surface lures, mimicking cicadas or frogs. During the day, switch to spinnerbaits or small deep divers that can get down to where they might be holding tight to structure. They're strong fighters, so make sure your gear is up to the task. Now, for the theoretical base of our forecast, let's look at the conditions for the 16th of November 2025. The weather report for Australia on this day is looking incredibly stable and pleasant. We're expecting daytime maximum temperatures around 28 degrees Celsius, dropping to a comfortable 18 degrees Celsius at night. Crucially, there's zero chance of rain, which means we can anticipate stable atmospheric pressure, generally fantastic news for fishing activity. Light winds are anticipated, becoming south to southeasterly at 15 to 20 kilometers per hour in the morning, then shifting easterly to 15-25 kilometers per hour during the day. These comfortable conditions make for an enjoyable day out on the water, and stable pressure almost always means happy, active fish. Regarding water temperature, across Australian coastal waters, temperatures are steadily rising. Around Sydney, we're seeing comfortable readings around 19 to 20 degrees Celsius, while in Brisbane, water temperatures range from 22 to 24 degrees Celsius. This warming trend is a key signal to fish that it's time to feed heavily before the peak of summer. It boosts their metabolism and makes them more active. Freshwater systems are also experiencing this warming, invigorating species like bass, making them more aggressive. On the 16th of November 2025, we'll be experiencing a waning crescent moon phase, with an illumination of between 7 and 12%. Now, some old-timers say a waning moon can mean slightly less active daytime fishing, as the brighter nights might allow fish to feed more then. However, from my experience, this simply means that those transitional periods of dawn and dusk become even more crucial. Fish will use these low-light conditions to their advantage for feeding, so plan your trips accordingly. Considering all these factors, the consistent mild and stable weather, the rising water temperatures, and the generally good biological activity, my overall assessment for fishing on the 16th of November 2025 is a good to excellent bite. This is a day for active fish, eager to feed before the full summer heat truly sets in. The key, my friends, is to be observant, adapt to local conditions and hit those prime feeding windows around sunrise and sunset. So there you have it, fellow anglers, my detailed forecast for the 16th of November 2025. I wish you all tight lines and screaming reels. May you have nothing but fish stories to tell. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss any of our future forecasts. And tell me in the comments below, what are your plans for this weekend, and what's your go-to bait for Flathead? Share your observations, and let's keep this awesome community growing. Until next time, friends, tight lines and good fishing.